Welcome, dear students. Today we will learn about the beautiful lesson in EVS subject, that is lesson number 5, Understanding Time. Now, when we talk about time, children, we always think about the watch. We think about the clock, isn't it? But then today we will see along with these other things what other terms and what other objects do we use in order to understand time. We will also see how time is divided into three parts. Okay? So today's lesson is going to be an interesting lesson. There are going to be lots of beautiful pictures for you all to see and understand. So like I told you, in the today's lesson, we are going to understand what time is. So, what is time? Time is divided into three parts. Just like in our body, we have various parts. So, to understand time also, we have divided into various parts. So, we have the past. Look at the pictures here. What is there along with the word past? There is picture of a tiny baby, a small baby. So imagine that this is you. Alright? So your past is when you were a small baby. And then you have the present. That is now. Present. See, you're around 8 years old. So, this is how you look now. And then you have the future. Future means tomorrow. Okay? So, past means yesterday, whatever happened before, and present means now, whatever is happening today, and future is what will happen tomorrow. So, the time is divided into three parts: past, present, and future. Alright, children? So, slowly and slowly, we will understand what is the meaning of past, what is the meaning of present, and what is the meaning of future. We will also see what words we use when we are talking about the past, when we are talking about the present, and when we are talking about the future. Okay, so let's see now. See, this is the past. Past means yesterday. Okay, past means what? Past means yesterday in simple words. And this is present. Present means today. Okay. So whatever is happening now, today, is the present. And then what is the future? It is tomorrow. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, isn't it? So whatever will happen after today is the future. So once again, listen to me and try to repeat also after me. So which are the three parts of time? Yes, it is PAST past, PRESENT present, FUTURE future. Okay. So time is divided into past, present, and future. Isn't it interesting? And isn't it simple also? Come on, now let's see which words we used when we talk about the past, the present, and the future. So, when we are talking about the present, now we use the word today. We use the word now. Okay? So see, what will you say Today is Wednesday. You can also say, if you are talking about today, you will say about present. You will say, today is my birthday. Okay, so today. So, what is the meaning of today? Today means present tense. So, when we are talking about present tense, we use the word today. Okay, let us look at some more examples of present tense. Will you go to school today? See, you're talking about now. You're talking about today. Will you go to school today? Look at the next one. Mummy is baking a cake today. What is mummy doing? It's a birthday, isn't it? So, mummy is baking a cake. Alright. So, once again, when we talk about the present, what do we use? We use word today. Okay. Let's look at the next part of the time now. That is future. Future means what will happen after today. That is tomorrow. So, let's see what word we will use for future tense. Tomorrow is Thursday. So, see what is the word used for future? It is tomorrow. You can also say, tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow for future. Look at the next one. Will you go to school tomorrow? So, tomorrow for the future. Mummy will bake a cake tomorrow. So, I have used the same sentences and I have only changed the tense. So, what have I done? When I changed the tense, I used tomorrow instead of today. Okay. When it was present tense, I used today. And when it is future tense, I used tomorrow. Alright, children? Let's come to the third part of time. Now, it is past tense. What tense? Past. Past means that which has gone, finished, past. Alright. So let's look at the word we use. Yesterday was Tuesday. Look at the next one. Yesterday was my birthday. Had you gone to school yesterday? Look at the next one. Mummy had baked a cake yesterday. Alright. So when you talk about past tense, you use the word yesterday. So this is how time is divided into 3 parts. Interesting, na? So remember, when we talk about present, we use the word today. When we talk about future, we use the word tomorrow. Tomorrow. And when we talk about past, we use the word yesterday. Come on, now look at some interesting things about time. So, what is this? This is a calendar. You must have seen it in your home, in your class in the school. If you go to a bank or if you go to a shop, you get to see such calendars there, isn't it? What does the calendar do? We use a calendar to check the dates and days. So whenever we want to check which date it is, which day is it, what we do? We immediately check the calendar. Okay, then we use the calendar, we turn the page of the calendar to go to the next one. So when you are on 31st January, what you do? You change the page to go into the February month. We turn the page on a calendar to go to the next month. Next is numbers on the calendars indicate the dates. So what is shown on the calendar? The dates, and that is shown using the numbers. So once again try and read what I have written. We use a calendar to check the dates and days. We use the pages on the calendar to go to the next month. The numbers on the calendars indicate the dates. So children, hope you understood what is the meaning of a calendar and why and how do we use a calendar. Used it in order to understand more about days, about dates, about months, etc. Now let's see how we measure time. Now children, time is very important in our life, isn't it? We do everything according to the clock or to the watch. In the morning, when your mummy looks at the clock and she wakes you up, isn't it? You look at the clock and you decide that it is time to go to school. You look at the clock and you decide that it is now time to go to sleep. So, measurement of time is very important in our life. So, let us see how we measure time today. How people measured time in the past also. Alright. So, look, this is a water clock. Now in ancient times, in olden times, people did not have the mobile or they did not have the clock. So how did they measure time? They used a water clock like this. So water clock was used to measure time. Look, one more water clock. Can you see? This is one more water clock. Another type of water clock. Then these people, they also used an hourglass. An hourglass is also called as a sand timer. In the 14th century, the hourglass came into use in Europe. It consisted of two connected glass vessels fitted in a wooden frame. Dry fine sand was poured into one of the vessels. The connecting hole between the vessels allowed the sand in the top vessel to fall into the lower vessel. The hourglass was constructed in such a way that it took 1 hour for all the sand to fall from one vessel into the other. The clock was turned over as soon as all the sand had fallen into the lower vessel. This is how a period of 1 hour was measured. These clocks were used in India too. So this is how people measure time. children, during the ancient times and during the past. There was one more thing called as a sundial. So according to the position of the sun in the sky, they used to measure the time. So this is a sundial. And now you have modern ways of keeping time. So you make use of watches. You have digital watches also. You just need to know how to read. You will be able to see the time. So these are the modern ways of keeping time. You also have this kind of calendars which we use in order to keep time. Let's come to one more last topic in our lesson, that is time and history. How is time connected to history? So look, we have these important things like coins which we find under the earth when the people dig, isn't it? Sometimes you will see this kind of statues also. There are many other things that people find from under the earth. Shards of pottery. Can you see? So many ancient objects, like you have statues, you have coins, you have pieces of pots which people find under the earth when they are digging up the earth or for whatever purpose. All these things were studied. The scientists, they study these things properly to understand that which time they belong. So history and time has also got a very close connection. Alright children? So let us summarize what we have learned today in this lesson. Time is divided into three parts. They are past, present and future. And we also saw the words which we use for past is yesterday, for present is today, and for future is tomorrow. Calendars. We learned that what is a calendar, what is the meaning of a calendar, and why and how do we use a calendar. We use the calendar to check the dates and days. Next is measurement of time. We also learned about measurement of time. In olden times, how people used to measure time by using water clock, hourglass and sundial. And we also saw the modern ways of keeping time. Like nowadays we are using watches. We are using also digital watches also. Okay. And we also learn about time and history. Okay. So how they are connected to each other. Okay children, I hope you all have understood this lesson very well. Thank you children.